You're watching Maximum Sports.
Welcome in. After a win on Thursday, a day off for the Cowboys today to sit back and watch. If things broke their way, they'd still have a chance at the 1 seed and the NFC East title. And for the boys, even though they didn't play today, it was nearly perfect. These were the standings coming into the day. The Eagles could clinch the 1 seed in the NFC East with a win. To keep a chance, though, the Cowboys needed the Vikings, the Eagles, and the Niners to lose. The division rival Giants needed a win today to clinch a playoff spot. Let's get right to the action. The Saints and the Eagles today. Eagles needing that win to clinch pretty much everything. Saints up 13-0 at the half, 13-3 here, but here come the Eagles. Gardner Minshew filling in for Jalen Hurts, Dime to A.J. Brown, makes some men miss, and he's in the end zone. Minshew trying to bring his boys back, but fourth quarter, Marshawn Lattimore, he calls game. Saints do the Cowboys a favor, beat the Eagles 20-10. Giants taking on the Colts. Lawrence Taylor in the building to see the Giants try and clinch. Second quarter, Daniel Jones avoids the pressure. He's looking, he's finding. Richie James in for the score. Later, Nick Foles to the flat. Landon Collins reads that one like a book. He's gone. Giants absolutely crushed the Colts today. They clinch a playoff berth for the first time since 2016. They win 38-10. Vikings and Packers in Lambeau. Dallas needs the Vikings to lose to keep the hopes of the 1 seed alive, and the Packers need to win to clinch a playoff berth, or keep their playoff hopes alive, Boy, did the Packers open up a can on the Vikings today. That right there is a 105-yard kick return from Keyshawn Nixon that put the Packers in front. A little later, Cousins back to pass, picked off by Darnell Savage. Returns that one for a touchdown. Vikings get completely destroyed by the Packers today. They lose 41-17. And the Raiders and Niners in Vegas. Raiders benching Derek Carr in favor of Jarrett Stidham. Boy, did Stidham play well today, too. This right here, one of 3 touchdown passes on the day for him. That one to Darren Waller. Back and forth all day for the two teams. Brock Purdy here. Brandon Ayuk. Forks up, B.A., former Sun Devil. Tie game. This one goes to overtime, and the 49ers winning 37-34. Raiders now eliminated from contention. 49ers remain alive for the 1 seed. So here's where we are now. The Cowboys can be no worse than the 5 seed. The Cowboys beat the Commanders, if the Cowboys beat the Commanders next week and the Niners win, the Eagles lose, Cowboys would be the 2 seed. If the Eagles and Niners both lose and the Cowboys win, they would be the 1. But if the Eagles beat the Giants, nothing else matters. The Eagles would be the 1 seed and win the East. A lot going on in the NFL. Now, we don't know what time the game will be because the NFL hasn't announced it, but we do know it will be Boys and Commanders next week with a lot on the line. Keep with us all week here on Maximum Sports for all the updates.
Cowboys to the Max is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry.
Texans facing the Jags today as they try and play spoiler at the end of the season. Second quarter, Jags ball, Travis Etienne. See ya. 62-yard scamper from the second-year pro. Jags up 2 scores. Texans trying to answer. Davis Mills gets the ball knocked out. It's a fumble. Jags pick this one up. It's a touchdown. All Jags in this one. They win 31-3.
Plan, of course, was to play a lot better. When you play like that, it's not going to happen. We're not going to win one. So there's nothing else to really say on that. I mean, when you got to score some points, got to be able to keep them out of the end zone. We need to do that today.
The Texans game was a blowout, but the college football semifinals, nothing short of legendary. The unlikely run for the TCU Horned Frogs continues in the semis. A wild third quarter saw 44 combined points between them and Michigan. As he has all year, Amari DiMarcado, he played well, 17 carries, 150, and a touchdown right there. He extends the lead for the Frogs. TCU defense helped out on the scoreboard as well. They gave up a lot of points, but had 2 pick sixes. That one right there by D. Winters in the crazy third quarter. And against the third-ranked defense in the nation, DiMarcado did a lot of that, running. 69-yard chunk play there would set up another TCU score. And then Heisman Trophy runner-up Max Duggan accounted for 4 touchdowns on the day, made plays through both the air and on the ground. TCU, they upset Michigan 51-45. The Frogs heading to the championship game. But who would they play? How about another close game between Ohio State and Georgia, the reigning champs? Buckeyes, 14-point lead going into the fourth quarter, but just under 9 minutes left. Stetson Bennett going up top to a wide-open Arian Smith, and the Dogs, they get the quick score they need, now trailing by only 3. Bulldog defense gets the stop. Sack right there on C.J. Stroud to force an Ohio State field goal. So do-or-die time for the Georgia offense. Bennett drives him down, finds A.D. Mitchell, corner of the end zone. Georgia has the lead. Last chance for the Buckeyes now. Stroud gets him down into field goal range. Noah Ruggles struggles with the 50-yarder at the stroke of midnight. Ohio State loses. It's no good. The Dogs win the instant classic, 42-41. So it's going to be the Dogs and the Frogs in the CFP final. Georgia nearly 2 touchdown favorites, but TCU will try and pull off the huge upset 1 week from tomorrow. As for the Longhorns in 2022, it didn't end the way they envisioned, falling to Washington right here in the Alamo Bowl on Thursday night. But for their head coach, he's optimistic heading into the new year.
I think we have a team that is full of competitors. I think we have a team that really is fighting to win, and they're fighting to win together. I think we can still make improvements there of just making sure that we're really poised and composed in critical moments of the game. Our ability to get off the field on defense on third down needs to improve, and that there's a lot of factors in that go into it. So there's a lot for me as a coach to be proud of these guys and what they were able to do from year 1 to year 2. But a sign of a good program is continued growth and improvement. And I think that our developmental program has got to come right back into effect in January, in our off-season conditioning program and our football development, and then get ourselves ready for spring ball so we can continue to grow and implement these young players that are showing up here mid-year.
XFL camp opens up next week, but in the meantime, head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas, Hines Ward, paid a visit to our great city to promote the game of flag football. Hines bringing the XFL brand to the Alamo City, but still a lot more work to do now and before week 1 starts in February.
How much of a learning curve has there been from when you guys got started to where you are now?
It is. It's a huge learning curve. I mean, because really, right now we just been zooming. Kendrick Rogers, our receiver, Texas A&M kid, he's a local kid to come down here, for him to come out and show his support. This is the first time I met him and get a chance to shake his hand and really just talk about life, just who he is as a person. That's what I'm looking forward to next week when our coaches report, the players report, the camp on January 7th. For me, just to give them a hug and go through this journey together, I'm super excited for that aspect of it.
And what about just the journey of a guy getting a chance to play professional football when maybe he wasn't able to do it at the NFL level, maybe even
exactly. And I think for a lot of our guys, it's not to sit there and say that they're not NFL players, because a lot of these guys had opportunities to go to camps and they've been in certain organizations. A lot of them probably just need that extra help to learn what it takes to be a professional athlete. The fact that the XFL are giving guys an opportunity to put some more film on tape, to get an opportunity to extend their careers, that's a blessing in itself. And for all the coaches in the XFL, we're just super happy. And that's all we ever wanted to do, is help these guys fulfill their dreams and aspirations of making it to the league one day.
They're daunting, though, sitting in the highest seat, and then to try to have to make this all come together in such a short period of time.
It's challenging, but I embrace it. I'm super excited. I look forward to it. I get an opportunity to sit in the chair and do it the way that I've done it. I've been very blessed to have some great coaches, and Coach Tomlin and Coach Cowher, and be a part of a great organization. I want to make San Antonio. I'm not trying to bring Pittsburgh down. I want our own team here in San Antonio. We're going to have our own vibe. We're going to have our own flavor. I'm just super excited to get the ball rolling and get this thing started.
1, 2, 3, 5.
How much juice do you get personally from this to be able to make a human connection with a lot of these kids and how their faces lights up?
You know what? Because I see a lot of myself in these kids. I love the game so much. I was the kid that walked around. What's up? I was the kid that walked around with a football each and every year. It's kind of like I always had a football in my hand. It was something that I just had a passion for the game. I wanted to do it, and I was very blessed to play 14 years in the league for a great organization. Now I get an opportunity to be a head coach for San Antonio Brahmas. Things are looking up for me. I'm super excited and extremely humble. That's a blessing in itself to be a head coach.
A new year means the UTSA Roadrunners will be moving to a new conference later on this year, potentially setting them up to be in the college football playoffs. And since it's 2023, we asked two of the biggest stars what their New Year's resolutions are.
I try to be a better person, better brother, son, boyfriend, grandson, all those things. Just try to be a better version of myself and just keep giving back to the community as much as I can. And I think this is the right way to start the new year.
Earlier this week, UTSA quarterback Frank Harris gave to his hometown community of Converse, handing out 150 free Happy Meals there. His good buddy Rashad Wisdom also there.
Something that I just want to do, just be more consistent with myself, increasing my faith, try to clean up some bad habits and put new ones in, just as far as like eating and stuff like that. I just want to really just try to grow more as a person overall. And as far as football-wise, definitely want to go into this new conference and come out with another conference win again. So,
question for you. What do LeBron James, Tom Brady, and Kim Clijsters all have in common? Besides being awesome at their sport, they're also backing the popular, funny-sounding sport of pickleball, a sport that's gaining steam with people of all ages across the country and has started gaining traction right here in the Alamo City. Deep in the confines of San Antonio, within the view of the Tower of Americas, paddles are swinging, laughs are being had, and trash is being talked regularly. How competitive does it get out here with all the people out?
Oh man, see that guy over there? I hate that guy.
But what is this funny-looking game?
Pickleball is a combination of table tennis, badminton, tennis, and it's played on a smaller court, like the size of a badminton court.
By many accounts, pickleball is the fastest-growing sport in the country.
It's a social game. People are hooping and hollering and love playing.
At different ages, like you can play against a 15-year-old. I'm 47. I'll play against a 6-year-old that will smoke you.
1 year ago, Cindy Waddell started the San Antonio Pickleball Association.
The goal is to promote pickleball throughout San Antonio, which we are doing. And the other goal is to raise money for high school seniors throughout San Antonio for scholarship money for college.
Waddell and the SAPA board gave 6 scholarships to seniors last year and are hoping to double that in 2023. They also asked the city to allocate $1.5 million in 2022 to make more pickleball courts around town, which they got approved and are well underway.
I think it's going to continue to grow. It's just so widely popular for all ranges of people.
Mark Flynn started playing because it was an alternative to tennis and easier on his joints.
I don't know that there's enough courts right now for the demand.
Eddie Saldana says SAPA has created a movement within the city, and it's only going to grow for years to come.
I will play when I'm hungover. I'll come and I will not miss it.
It's a win-win. A little bit of competition, a little bit of fun, lots of recreation, and lots of laughing. So that's what we like about pickleball.
Coming up, time to meet more of the San Antonio Sports All-Stars ahead of Saturday's game, plus Max Spurs Live straight ahead. We'll be right back.
You're watching Maximum Sports.
For the last time until November, it's time to get to know some more of the All-Stars. Tonight we've got players from the Davenport, Sam Houston, and Southwest who will all play for Coach David Sines and the Gold team in the game. Davenport will be sending 3 players to the game as they come off of a 9-1 regular season and an appearance in the second round of the playoffs. It'll be offensive lineman Carter Traynor, defensive back Darian Brown, and superstar running back Shaston Golden, who made our top plays of the week more than once this season. For the 5-5 Sam Houston Hurricanes, they'll be sending 2 players to the game. A couple of big guys up front in Javon Adams on the D-line and Jamie Johnson on the O-line. For Southwest, a 7-4 season meant a playoff berth and 1 player being sent to the All-Star game. It'll be another big man on the offensive line, Dion Burtz. We're just 6 days away from the game. Brennan Steve Baser and Team Black taking on David Sines and Team Gold in the San Antonio Sports All-Star Game presented by HEB. Kickoff, 5 o'clock p.m. in the Alamo Dome on Saturday. It'll be Chuck McIntyre, Don Harris in the booth on the call, and me strolling the sidelines. We'll see you then. Don't go anywhere. I've got Max Spurs Live just around the corner. Let's see how the Spurs did last night against Luka Doncic and the Mavs. Plus, bounce around the league a little bit to see what's happening in Denver, Milwaukee, and Memphis. Max Spurs Live right after this. Welcome into Max Spurs Live, the official show of the Silver and Black. Spurs welcomed in Luka Doncic and the Mavs last night. Quickly learned one thing: no one can stop Luka Doncic. But the game was a lot closer than many thought it would be. Really weird ending to the game as well against the Dallas Mavericks. Doncic went off again, posting another 51-point performance. Spurs kept it close at the end of the game. See Doncic scoring there. Spurs got a close end of the game. Trey Jones misses the free throw intentionally so they can get one more chance. He gets fouled. Makes the first one. Second one comes up just short, though. Luka ends up with the rebound. He misses his second free throw on purpose. Running the clock out as the Spurs fall to the Mavericks, 126-125.
Obviously, he's a hell of a player. He's one of the best players in the game right now, one of the best scorers, and so it's going to be a lot. Every time trying to play, against them and game plan, but, I feel like we executed and, gave ourselves a chance. A little short, definitely need some more legs. Definitely going to hear that from my mom, I think, but it's all right. I'll knock it down next time.
Coming up next, let's go around the league. 3 games today on New Year's Day. I've got the highlights, plus a look ahead at the... Let's go around the league here. Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets taking on Jason Tatum in the Boston Celtics. Early on, Jokic does a lot of things well, but I don't think I want him on Jaylen Brown on the perimeter. Easy 2 there for him. Same thing on the other end, though. Not sure I want Derek White on Jokic in the post. Joker gets the bucket and the foul. Later on, Jokic, very good passer. Aaron Gordon gets it down low. Slam. Nuggets get the win. Wizards now taking on the Bucks in Milwaukee. Early on, Bobby Portis. Nice handle, little fadeaway jumper, gets it to go. Later, Porzingis misses it. Gafford on the board. Huge block, though, by Serge Ibaka. Huge defensive play there. Then later, Rui Hachimura from beyond the arc. Splash. 118-95 for the Wizards as they pull off the upset. And the Kings visiting the Grizzlies tonight. Early on, Malik Monk takes it in. He gets the foul and the basket. But Memphis doing what Memphis does best. Getting that offensive board. Gets it to Tyus Jones. Alley-oop. Ja Morant. Oh, my gosh. What a slam by him. Memphis and Morant pull this one off. 118-108. Coming up, we've got a sneak peek of what's next on the Spurs plate. It's a full week of Spurs basketball. A full week coming up for the Spurs. They're in Brooklyn to take on the Nets on Monday. They stay in New York for a game on Wednesday against the Knicks before coming back home to play the Pistons on Friday and Celtics on Saturday. Y'all, that's all I got for you tonight. It's going to be a great week of Spurs basketball. Chuck will be back next week. Until then, Happy New Year, everyone. Stay safe.